Hello everyone. So I decided to choose my current topic on bullying. And my name is Jennifer Marroquin, and this is for my EC class 3613. And let's get started. So what is bullying? And according to the class 6 book, bullying is teasing, slapping, hitting, pushing, unwanted touching, taking personal belongings, name-calling, and making sexual comments and insults about looks, behavior, or culture. For example, imbalanced power. In imbalanced power, it can be seen when a child uses its power to bully another kid. And then repetition. Usually bullying, it happens more than once. And some types of bullying, it's verbal bullying, social bullying, and physical bullying. And verbal bullying, you can use teasing and name calling. And then on social bullying could be when you start rumors about someone. And then physical bullying, it's basically when it could go off from like kicking, hitting, punching, and this can even go with spitting. So where? As future educators, we all know that when we hear bullying, all eyes go to school. But some other examples are playground, daycare, and of course school, preschool. And in bullying, it all starts, it usually is seen that it's starting to emerge and start at age 3. This is why it's very important as future educators for us as early childhood future educators to have our eyes on preventing bullying. If we can prevent it early, then it won't emerge. So how? How does it all happen? And then it all happens from experiences. And some experiences that were seen either at home or media. Monkey see, monkey do. And if a child is seen in the household, some acceptable dad hitting mom hitting dad, physical bullying or verbal bullying or social, any type of bullying, they will start using it in school or anywhere. And some types of bullying that we see that they grab on from home and media in ages 2 to 4 will be like defending their belongings. And then ages 4 to 6 will be, for example, to intimidate other children. So now let's move to different roles. So kids play different types of roles. Either the ones that they're the bullies, or when they're when they're bully other kids, or when they're the victims, and then the witness. And then these roles can change. Sometimes the bully could be the witness, and then sometimes the witness could be the bully, or even the victim, because then after being bullied for so long, could change the role and be the bully. So the book has proactive programs. A really good program that if you read in the class textbook on page 51, it goes over how the country's state legislature have passed laws requiring schools to implement anti-bullying programs, and it talks about this really good school, the Kate Stanch Elementary School in San Antonio, Texas. I hope I pronounced it correctly. Sorry if I didn't. And this school uses in the morning they say anti-bullying pledge, and then on Thursdays they do anti-bullying T-shirts. And this picture that you see right here, the bullying stops here, was actually started on their website, on their school website. So I think this is really important that this school doesn't just use one day for them to implement like we're anti-bullying. They do this daily, every morning they do something, and then on Thursdays they actually wear a shirt throughout the school year. And I think this is what prevents it, being constant, not just using one day and saying, oh, we're anti-bullying, but being constant every day and reminding yourself we are anti-bullying. So teachers. Teachers play a big role in shaping students' peer perspectives. If the teacher decides to say, I'm going to stop, I'm going to do something about it, then they can prevent it. But if she doesn't develop any type of plan, then bullying most likely in her class is going to escalate over time. And this is why it's really important to have a healthy environment. And mainly, of having a healthy environment, the teacher has to have a clear understanding on what bullying is. I read many articles, and one of them actually talked about a survey that they did on teachers, and they asked teachers what they thought about bullying and what they define bullying. And then they actually observed them in class and see how they reacted to bullying. And what the research found was that all these teachers had a different definition of bullying, and all these teachers approached bullying in many different ways. For example, some teachers will be most likely to interfere in physical bullying, but will not intervene on verbal bullying. And then other teachers will be more on verbal bullying and interfere and try to stop it and be like, no, we're not going to do this, but they will let physical. I didn't really read much about teachers interfering on social bullying, and this just blew my mind, because this just means that not all teachers have a clear understanding of what bullying is. And not even that, they have so many open doors in their classroom because they don't try to stop all the types of bullying. They just mainly focus on one. And if this keeps happening, then I don't know where we're going to hit on. This is why we need to be very observant and try to stop bullying and being constant. And in order to do this, we have to move on to our next slide. Implications. So teachers should have some implications on their classroom. For example, they could talk to their children either individually or in groups and let them know about bullying. And like I said before, and I will say it again, they have to be constant. They have to be constantly alert and always repeat to their kids, we're anti-bullying and we do not accept it. It's not acceptable. And so the teacher could do cooperative and helpful behavior, courtesy and respect, and then have them work together, use their social skills, let them know that they're a family, that they're a team, the classroom, and make them feel welcome and important. And also very important, talk to the parents. Like I said in the slide before, if some teachers are having a different understanding of what bullying is and taking different approaches, just imagine how parents are now. They also probably either don't know what bullying is or have a whole different approach to it. So you want to make sure that what you're using in your classroom, that your parents also have the same understanding and try to implement it at home. And that way you could be constant and we could try to prevent it. And some things that you can use for your classroom is read for them. So you can read to them the Juice Box Bully, the Jungle Bullies, and the Bullies Never Win. These are all great books. And I actually found this, I read them in the class textbook. The class textbook actually mentions these books. Amazing. So some methods. What method? So also, once again, there's other different types of methods that you can use for your class. But this is just one mainly that I found on the class textbook, and it's a talk, walk, and squawk. So the first step is to talk. So if a child approaches the bully approaches the child and starts telling them stuff, the child could say, leave me alone. And if this doesn't work, step number 2 is to walk away. And make sure you really tell them to walk and not run, because then that will give different impression to the bully that it's actually working, and you don't want to do that. And if that step doesn't even work either, then you do the squawk, which is where you tell a teacher, and the teacher will do something about it and obviously stop it. And this is all for my presentation. This is my references. I hope you enjoyed it, and mainly of all, I hope that you take from it how important bullying is as future educators and early childhood education. We all should know what it is and have like a clear understanding, and to be constant. I just want to actually like point that out. Be constant, because if you're not constant and you're not observant and try to prevent it, then it's just going to escalate, and it's something that we don't want to happen. And thank you very much for your time and patience, and I hope you liked it. Thank you.